Hi guys, I'm Casey, founder of Roar. Excuse me, I am trying to get this heat pack in just the right spot, which just so happens to be at the base of the neck of my skull. The base of the neck of my skull. The base of my skull. So if I tie this hot pack in just the right way, it gets in the spot and then I don't have to hold it, which is wonderful. So this contraption made me think of putting off things that you don't want to do. I do not identify as a procrastinator. I am typically someone who gets shit done. I love checklists. I love to-do lists. I'm going to add something to my to-do list if I've already done it so I can check it off, because I also love the dopamine hit, right? So I don't identify as a procrastinator, typically. But then there are those things that for some reason, I don't want to do, that keep moving from list to list to list to list, day over day. And why is that? I'm going to give you an example. So like I told you guys in my last video, my name is Casey. I'm an alcoholic. Well, one of the reasons why I decided to get sober was for my health. I've had a couple of surgeries over the last 10, 15 years that affect my digestive tract and all of those kinds of organs. And my liver was already not happy. Add my lovely drinking habit on top of it. And so one of the things on my to-do list is to I have new insurance, is to get a new general practitioner so that I can go, and I have some slip discs in my neck and in my back, and the chiropractor wants me to see a neurologist. But in order to do that with my insurance, because lovely insurance, I have to go to the GP and get a referral. I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. Number one, I don't want to get on the scale, right? I know that they're always going to make you get on the scale, and I have been battling my weight as long as I can remember, my whole life. So the scale is not my friend. I also don't want to have my lab work done because I'm afraid that quitting drinking isn't going to solve my liver problem, that these choices that I've made have caused some kind of permanent damage, right? And if I don't go, then it's not true. Until I go and see those results, I don't have to acknowledge it. I don't have to address it, right? So that's one of the things that I've been putting off. So how I like to tackle those things is one bite at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. So these little teeny tiny things that start to stack up that then become really big things, I just like to break them up. Like with Roar. Carrie and I are launching Roar. As you can see, we're doing the videos, we're doing the things. And when we were talking about it a couple weeks ago, it felt really overwhelming. I have a young family. I am on my sobriety journey. I run multiple other businesses, and making time for Roar felt like a lot. But honestly, if I tell you the truth, I was afraid. Like I said in my last video, I'm afraid of rejection, of not being good enough, nobody cares, whatever. All the bullshit stories that we tell ourselves. So we decided that every day we meet for 10 minutes, and early in the day typically, and set a micro goal for each of ourselves. Now, along the way, there have been some goals that weren't necessarily micro goals. Like recording a video is not a micro goal for me. It's scary for me. But we set these micro goals. One of them was, reach out to this person with a question I have about a program that we're trying to build for our clients. Okay, I can send that text. That's not overwhelming. Another one was to do one emotion body belief code session. Okay, I could do that. That was overwhelming. That was scary, but I did it anyways. So we've been setting these little micro goals for ourselves. So my GP, general practitioner journey, has been micro goals. So I set a little micro goal of, all right, first you got to figure out how to get into your insurance website, which for some reason was more challenging than it needed to be. Okay, next, you have to find the list of all the general practitioners that take your insurance, are accepting new patients, and figure out who's the closest, because we all know Casey doesn't like to drive at all. And then we have to start making these phone calls. So there was a lot of steps, and I broke it up so that I could have some wins, and it didn't feel like I had to sit down and do all these things all at once because I was already putting it off, right? So if I make it into these small goals, I can have these little wins and in these little milestones and these little achievements as I get to the end goal, which makes it easier for me and less overwhelming. So I want to encourage micro goals. If you need to, if you have a house, something in the house that's like building and it feels like it's spiraling, just start with something small. Start off with something bite-sized, something attainable, and then let it grow from there. So I highly encourage micro goals. I love the phrase, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. I don't really advocate eating an elephant. I mean, that's not my jam, but euphemisms and all. So I hope you guys have a great day. What micro goals are you going to set for yourself? And use checklists. Get that dopamine. Check them off. If it's a notes app on your phone, if it's an accountability partner, if it's a whiteboard, if it's, one of those lined small kitchen tablets, I use all of them for different things. So I encourage you to set some micro goals to get to where it is you want to be and have some wins along the way. Celebrate the wins along the way. Don't forget that because it's important. Okay? All right, guys. Remember, you were never meant to whisper. You were meant to roar. Talk to you soon.